Right, time for some musings on. I've just joined a support group for schizotypal personality disorder, and this might be interesting. I joined a support group for ADHD, and as I've said, I did get a lot from it. Actually, there were a lot of lively characters on there, but I was also subject to another fucking witch hunt from an extremely fucking toxic little man. And it was quite a horrible time, actually, for quite a few days. I was thinking, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? And that's while I was going through my vivid social isolation at uni. And then I'm checking my phone and there's all this toxic shit on it. And I'm trying to learn about fucking pathologies and fucking whatever. Yeah, it wasn't great. As I say, there was a lot of the identification of things that people in society were saying to them, and it was like, fuck me, you've lived my life. I've had so many partners that have said that exact sentence, or so many friends that have said that, and we are commonly misinterpreted by people, and that's where you find that common ground and think, wow, I'm not mad, I'm not fucking insane, it's not just all in my head, and it can be like a sort of bit of a sanctuary, but I don't know. I introduced myself, and by my standards, it was quite short. But I put like my diagnosis, and I'm not purebred. You see, I'm a mixed diagnosis. I'm a mixed pattern. So yet again, I bet I don't fit. I bet I don't fit in because I'm not on meds. I'm not like purely schizotypal. That's my fear. And then am I just projecting my fears? Well, don't know. I've said before, they often encourage peer interaction in mental health, and it's like they really promote the benefits of it, and rightfully so in a lot of cases, actually, because there can be a lot of mileage in just that kind of, well, we know, don't we? Fuck them lot, and that gets played out in a lot of different arenas, doesn't it? That sort of that bonding between people. Fuck what they say, let's just crack on. But they don't talk about how fucking toxic it can be, and remember that you're dealing with a lot of people who've had the kinds of social isolation and assumptions, and they've all got their own triggers. And I found I was quite often on the wrong side of things, just for saying that it was possible to get better. Wow, did I get fucking slated for that? How fucking dare you? It's incurable. Blah, 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 blah. My doctor this, my doctor that. And loads of them were talking about benefits. And it fucked me off. I was thinking there's a world out there that thinks that all ADHD patients are just out to have a free life and moan all the time. It's basically the upshot of how it's been interpreted. This isn't an idea, this is words. I got ADHD, have you? How much do you get a week for that then? Shit like that. Doesn't matter what people think, Mikey. No, but when you're in a social isolation situation and then that gets said right at the start, it doesn't help. It's not about what people think. It really isn't. So yeah, I mean, I did put a post up. I did mention. I said I might make a few female references because I love that shit. I was telling a girl all about the mighty skirt cock the other day. Yesterday, she was in stitches. She fucking loved it. She had my fucking hand in her hand and was looking at my nails like that. You know what I mean? But I did mention that, and I sort of made the reference to it. It's like it is something of a character and that kind of thing. Like the girly bit's just part of the whole fucking image. To be honest, she's just integrated. And what I got back was some bloke just said hi, welcome or something, and then said you should be able to wear whatever you want, and everyone should just have to like it or something like that. It was really like, it's actually quite a good example of a lot of the shit that happens when I talk about the shit I face in different sort of elements of it, and people just do what he did. They look at the moral objective principle of the thing and go, that's not right, that shouldn't happen. And again, it's almost like just, I don't worry about it, doesn't matter. You think, okay, they all think it doesn't matter. It matters massively to me when I talk about it. It doesn't matter. Why do you think people fucking keep this shit to themselves? If it's real to them, it's real to them. Do you know what I mean? Why is no one talking? Because they're made to feel like idiots, because they're made to feel like they're imagining it, because they're made to feel like it's not really happening, or because they're made to feel like They're only going through the exact same life as everyone else. And look at us lot having fun with it. What's wrong with you? It's a big reason why people don't open up, is when someone just does that kind of thing. Should. Well, yeah, I should be able to wear whatever I want. But fucking try it, mate, sometimes. You know what I mean? It's not always fun. And, you know, it does create a sort of... People think they can walk up and say whatever the fuck they want to me because of my clothes. And yeah, it's a good icebreaker, but, it's, you know, everything has its negative side. And people don't see that. They just see the fun that I have from my clothes. And they don't see all the weirdness. It's like, the world's already weird to me. And sometimes my clothes are like, they're a big part of me, but then they're the reason that people are looking at me weird, and that's setting me off because I'm sitting on a bus and I think, there is literally 10 fucking people staring at me and I'm not imagining it. All the faces are looking at me. It's not nice sometimes. But yeah, well, you should be able to wear whatever you want. Yes, in a perfect society. And then there's been nothing else back, so I'm like, I'm not too bothered. There's other support groups. Because I also know, like, from being on the ADHD one, when you get another newbie post, it's like, ugh, you get bored of them. Because you end up giving the same, just literally typing the same sentences again, and having them sort of coming up against it all. You know, I'm about to go for my diagnosis. What do you think I should do? And it's like all the advice and that, and it's like, yeah, that's what it's there for. But the problem is, it's like, by the time people have been there a while, they're reluctant to give that help anymore because it's just become weary. And it becomes a bit of a forum for people's talking about relationships and sort of vaguely relating it to, or, you know, or working, or, you know, or catching a bus or whatever. I suppose catching a bus is a nice sort of example of how things can go madly wrong or whatever. But it's, I don't know, it kind of ends up being well, the ones that I've seen end up being, let's all slate the healthcare services, let's all slate the support services, let's all slate the benefit system, let's all go on about how no one understands, and it's a lot of stuck behaviour is what I've encountered before, a lot of stuck behaviour, because it can become a safe haven for people, and it's the only place they feel understood and whatever, and that them and us thing becomes very toxic almost. It encourages the isolation. So it's I don't know. There is fears around it. Definitely. Because I'm like, they're seasoned veterans. I've only just been diagnosed, and I don't know. Maybe just schizotypal people aren't right for supporting each other because they're just like, if they see this massive weirdness in someone else, they just go, yeah, I recognise that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. I don't know. But as I say, it's like, what was nice was the admins. I just put a request in to join, and I'd shared one of their posts, and they sent me a message on Messenger, and said, let us know how we can help you. Let us know what you're looking for or something. And I'd had to ask questions to answer some questions to join. So I wrote a little bit about myself, where I was at, what treatments I was getting, what diagnosis I had, and blah. And so I'm just here seeing if I'm looking for support in general ways. So I'm keeping my eyes out anywhere, and this is one of the places I'm looking. And I thought that was nice. But then the reply was, suddenly thought, no, it is just a computer, because it was like, thanks for reaching out to us, or something like that. It was a bit too generic. But it was a nice feature to build into a support group, that the admins say, hi, welcome. The other thing was that some of the questions were, how would you deal with someone who disagreed with you? And that just reminded me of the ADHD ones that I'd been on. There was 2, I think, I ended up on. And then started recognising people from the other site. And I've made friends from there, like, that I met online in the chat room and I've never seen in real life, but I chat to a lot. There was a lot that I got from there, but I had to leave it in the end because there's just too much anger, too much helplessness. I was thinking, we're here to support each other. We're here to help each other. I invented the Little Victories game. I was there to, like, let's fucking therapize. Let's do some shit together. And, I invented a game where we had to challenge our ADHD symptoms to put music on. And I don't know, I can't remember what it was. It was basically multitasking with a lot of different sensory shit going on in your environment, and then try and draw a parrot. And it was quite hilarious. We had a right laugh, and about 7 or 8 people got involved. And like right at the end of the day, this girl who'd been I can't remember where she was. I think she was in a hospital waiting room. She was in a hospital, I think. I can't remember what was going on with her. But she'd not painted in years, and she'd drawn this fucking amazing parrot. It was a beautiful. I can't remember if it was pencil, crayons, or paint or whatever. It was like, oh my god! And she's like, literally, I've not painted in years. Thank you. That's the kind of shit I wanted to be there for. That's what I want to do. But it wasn't that welcome, I don't think. And I was probably just seen as a bit of a cocky fucking upstart, which I am. They were right. I am a cocky fucking upstart. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes because I don't want to project my shortcomings, you know, and you can't judge a person based on what they've said. It was like, it was a nice thing that he said. I don't think it was a horrible thing, but it was just one of those, well, yeah, should. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. It was just, it's like, someone murdered my friend. Murder is wrong. Or something, do you know what I mean? And the other thing is, I don't know what country it's from because they're all foreign, from what I can tell. And what's also spookily happened is someone that I've never seen or met before has liked one of my DJ videos from my profile from 10 weeks ago. But I can't add her or look at much about her. Profile's shut right down. I'm like, she can see you, Michael, but you can't see her. Who is this lady? How is she going on your profile? It's quite funny. That she's potentially come from that site because people have a nose round, don't they? Sometimes when they see someone, they just nose through their thing. Who knows? Who knows? Fucking hell! I've just thought actually, shit like this. It's really not good for someone who ends up paranoid, is it? Who suffers from paranoia. There is a mystery addition to your Facebook, and you do not know how they tracked you down. There's probably nothing there. Don't worry about it. And I've got a very sad Gizmo today. He's just sitting in the corner. He's really sad and a little bit unsociable. What's going on with him? But I'll see how it goes. I will definitely see how it goes. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll be open-minded. There might be some really helpful people on there who might dig my shit. But I'll do what I did with the other one. I'll get what I can. I'll be who I am. I'll talk about the shit that I can. And if it's welcome, it's welcome. And if it's not, it's not. I don't want to advertise this on there. It would be a great place to advertise this on there. But I like, you know, you get that on websites, don't you? I'm reluctant to do that, to sort of cross things over, because it's like, I don't know. I'll just end up like I'm on the website to try and push my fucking TV channel so that I can start earning money from it and whatever. It's not about that. It's about getting the message out there. That's what I want, a wide reach. It's about, from the feedback I've had, from the percentage of feedback I've had, from the amount of watches I've had. And I think, well, just imagine if that was 3,000 followers, it'd be hundreds of people. And, you know, that's why I want to do it, because people are finding it helpful. I'm finding it helpful, and other people are just in a little way, just in some ways, finding it helpful. So, yeah, it's another one of my support networks. This is a support network. And I'll see what the schizotypal support network ends up being like. I'll give it a go, and because it's just a thing, it's another feather to my bow, so we'll give it a good go.